Greetings! My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And I just spent a whole bunch of time playing through the second day, only to discover that I had just screwed myself. That I completely screwed myself because I wasn't doing anything that I was supposed to do. I was just wandering around aimlessly trying to figure out what to do. Turns out there was a mechanic. The entire fucking time, never even so much as hinted at. Except in the loosest possible definitions of hinted at. You can press L to bring up letters, which you apparently got. That's what you apparently get in this game. You know, you just sort of magically receive them from the aether, apparently. And I had these the whole fucking time, and they probably... This is a stupid fucking mechanic. It would be so bad if they ever gave you any indication that you could do this. Was I just supposed to scour the fucking controls menu? Or anything? Anyways, let's read through them for a bit. Here's Isidore Burke's message. My dear Bachelor Denkovsky. I don't know what voice to give him. It was most disconcerting to learn that the powers that be have the intention of shutting down the laboratory that owes its fame largely to your own research in the field of thanatology. Is it true that your detractors have branded your studies scientifically stillborn? Rejoice, Bachelor, for there is an observable case that would quell the obscurants that reject the research of death, aging, and necrosis as a subject that lacks academic viability. This case, were you to document it, would go a long way towards restoring your reputation as a scholar. The subject in question is Simon Kane, who has ruled the town where I live for as long as I can remember. The man's longevity transcends the boundaries of what is plausible. It is phenomenal, no less, and I struggle to give an explanation of it with what scientific means I have at my disposal. Make no delay. There is a sensational discovery to be made here. A breakthrough that will not only save your laboratory, but also revivify your studies and greatly increase your scientific renown. Your humble servant and faithful colleague, Isidore Burke. P.S. I spoke to Simon on your behalf, and he has kindly agreed to facilitate your effort. Daring ideas and far-fetched projects are traditionally very well respected in our neck of the woods. Yes, perhaps too well respected. Danil, I am writing this in a hurry, so do forgive the uncustomary brevity. The powers that be are closing in on us. They persecuted us before, as you know, but now they are set to utterly exterminate us. We may yet be able to persevere, but you, my friend, are in grave danger. It is almost as if your destination was chosen to be the place of your burial. They say there is some kind of disease in the town, of a most lethal variety, perhaps plague itself. I have little doubt that the powers that be have set up your whole journey. Oh, so is this why he was so convinced that the plague was real even before I was? All right. Tellman, that vermin, wants to get rid of you more than he wants to cease the outbreak. Tellman? Who the fuck is Tellman? I wouldn't be surprised if it transpires that there are no medical personnel whatsoever in the town. Well, not quite, but the one that is in the town seems to be in hiding from something. No doubt, the powers that be. They will use it as a pretext to delegate the whole mess of it to you. If this is the case, I urge you to keep out of trouble. Stay safe. Stay safe, Danil. Wait for the sanitary teams. They will arrive sooner or later. Take care, my friend. If they tell you to engage the plague by yourself, refuse it, even if your principals enjoin you to do otherwise. Our research is what matters the most, and we will not be able to get on with it if you are dead. Yours, A. Don't worry, I'll keep myself safe. There's no reason I can't do that and study the plague, or at the very least keep other people safe from it. The body is isolated. Bachelor, the body has been isolated, as far as I know. Reuben conducts the examination of it. Nevertheless, keeping in mind your discovery, I would advise you to see me in the Rod first thing tomorrow morning. There's a matter of crucial importance that we need to discuss. Alexander Sabirov. The Rod. Okay. The letters from the powers that be. Bachelor Denkovsky, by what seems to be a very lucky coincidence, you have found yourself in a town that is wrought by some very worrying occurrences. Wait a minute. Lucky? Excuse you? I sure don't feel fucking lucky. Reportedly, there was an outbreak of dangerous disease in the vicinity. There was also an opinion that the outbreak is a falsification staged deliberately for the purpose of concealing a murder. In consideration of your outstanding analytic capabilities, we delegate the investigation to you. If there is an epidemic, it must be halted by any means necessary. You should collect as much information as you can, we suppose, and then make a decision in line with your own professional ethics and moral beliefs. In order to implement your strategy, an Inquisitor endowed with unrestricted authority will shortly arrive to join you. In the event that you are unable to curb the outbreak before their arrival, all power over the situation will be reassigned to them. P.S. It has come to our attention that you have recently requested permission to continue with your own research. The decision of whether or not such permission will be granted depends on the results of this assignment. Your success, therefore, has bearing on your scientific reputation and your further academic career. They don't necessarily... Professor Tellman. Yeah. They technically, that's not saying that that my scientific... that the permission will be granted if I succeed. It just says depending on the results of this assignment, which is a very weaselly way to put it. It could allow them to make any decision regardless of what the results are. Let's see. Bachelor. Have I spoken to Safarov yet? I forget what his voice is. As I have already informed you, I have a request to make. It is a matter of utmost importance. I will elaborate on the situation in detail as soon as you come to see me in the Rod. In the event that you consider our request to be outside of your area of responsibility, I will have to contact someone else with this. However, there is very little doubt in my mind that the incompetence of the volunteers I would recruit will result in them losing their lives. Alexander. Yeah, way to guilt trip me. Bloody hell. Alright, so I have my heading this time. Stuck to Andrei Stamatin, of course. And also Alexander Safarov. They're, yeah, roughly in the same, almost exactly in the same place. Alright. And yeah, nothing new over in the Crucible. Alright. Let's go. That's it. Anything to barter? Yes. I definitely want to be getting these painkillers. And what are they again? Yeah. These painkillers out of their hands. I don't mind them I don't mind so much them having the alpha tablets. Those are probably less dangerous. Painkillers can very easily kill you as well. Mini tablets can also are also probably very dangerous, but pick my battles, you know? Then again, I do have quite a few razors. 10 of them for the 10 cutthroats that I killed. But those won't last forever. Those cutthroats, I would imagine they only come out at night. Unfortunately, I don't know the words to that song, Man-Eater, besides the chorus, so you'll unfortunately be spared my terrible singing. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop. That just means it's a moratorium on it. I can freely erase these files. Alright. Now, on our way there, let's do a bit of thieving. Why not? Don't mind me, just... What the heck is she doing? We should run away from something. But yeah, don't mind me, I'm just breaking into houses in the middle of the day. These houses seem like pretty good choices. They don't have 3 layers, but they tend to have a lot of stuff in them. And at this point, I know them inside and out, so I know the best way to juke out people. They tend to have quite a few useful bartering items. Oh fuck. And also occasionally just little, like, individual fucking coins, just to make them go hostile towards you, without you actually gaining anything. That's always fun. starting to feel like this is like the... Yeah. It's starting to feel like this is the main form of gameplay in this game, besides just going around and talking to people. Going around and robbing people. Damn it. Yes! That was probably the second hardest to get from. He's not directly blocking it, but it's very easy for him to catch you on the way out. Got anything? Ooh, yes you do! Blimey. Just enough to purchase both of my watches. Nice. Oh no. Oh, it's just a little boy. Those guys are usually pretty easy to juke out. Short arms, you know? Now then, here's a trick I learned. Remember how I purchased basically everything that boy had? Well, where'd he go? Huh. Ooh, egg. Yes, and what's that? Dried meat. Hoping for fresh meat, but that'll work. Huh. Where the heck did the boy go? Whatever. Ah, here he is. Well, I purchased everything he had, basically. Well, now he's got more, because it turns out going in and out of houses resets the bartering stuff of the people inside. Oh, 3 alpha tablets, not bad. See, this is exactly why I didn't bother purchasing alpha tablets. They're fucking everywhere, and in large quantities. Damn it! No, 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 no! There's 2 main things you want to get in these houses. Food and random knickknacks, like needles and hooks are some of the best. Then there's also like earrings and stuff. Oh god damn it. And stuff, and because they're needed for barter. Barter mechanics in this game are pretty neat. They're pretty cool. Gives like all sorts of random knickknacks value. But yeah, the needles and hooks and such are the most valuable because they're used to trade with these guys, the teensies. The teensies give various useful stuff like lockpicks, but you don't want to buy any of those because they are, as far as I've seen, the only people around that seem to sell schmowder. And it's not cheap, obviously. Yeah, and obviously schmowder is very valuable. It's apparently the only thing I've found that can supposedly cure the sand plague. But even beyond that, it just sells for a shit ton. To that end, feeling on any needles and hooks and such that I can find. Also, nuts. Nuts are particularly valuable. They're worth 2 needles. This is like fucking prison barter crap. Ooh, yes! Lockpicks. These guys also take the needles and hooks that the Teensies take, but you don't want to do that because they don't sell schmowder. So, yeah. They do sell lockpicks, which you use to get schmowder. Because while you can encounter, because obviously you can encounter the teensies on the street, but the ones that you encounter in the houses, well, they are quite a bit more valuable. Because as I mentioned, you can reset their inventory. So, as long as you have just like a house that you've lockpicked that has a teensy in it, you can get Schmouder anytime you have the resources for it. Okay, I got away with it. Let's see if I can get away with grabbing it. Got away with it. Okay, good. Got anything to say? No. Ooh, yes! Another lockpick. I don't have... I can't get it exactly, but she also sells revolver ammo for $1, so... Yeah. Well, for 1 unit of bartering. What do I even call it? Ooh, and is that fresh meat? Nice. Oh, and I immediately get an almost complete refund on my lockpick. Nice. So effectively, I got in here for free, almost. I'm not a big fan of this rain. The sound is annoying, and it doesn't really look right, you know? Like, it's very obviously an overlay. I'm not really, like, gonna diss them. I'm sure they were working... I'm sure they did a good job with what they were working with, but... I just... not a fan. Alright, what was that? Hang on. How much do I have that I can trade for that? 4, 8, exactly enough for Schmouder. Alright. Next time I encounter one of those teensies, I'll show you that trick I learned. In full force. It takes a lot of tries, because Schmouder is not exactly a common thing for them to sell, but... Let's see. Crackers... Lemon! No. Meh. I'll take the crackers. Nothing else. I get enough food robbing houses. Which I probably shouldn't be saying out loud in front of those people. But apparently they don't really care, because my reputation does not suffer at all for it. Even when they very obviously see me robbing them, even when they attack me, as long as I don't... What? Oh! I just randomly picked up some hazelnuts. Okay. That's convenient. That's 1/5 of a Schmouder. We're gonna go to the pub first, because the rod... It's for some reason in the basement of a locked up house. I don't know what the hell that's about. What am I doing looking at him? I don't have much to barter with him. Ooh. Got anything for me? I'll pass. Nothing that you can give me is worth more than even a fraction of Schmouder. Probably. Aha! Flour. Also coffee. Has a strong effect on the heart and blood vessels, which this environment makes even more harmful. On the other hand, coffee decreases fatigue, making it essential during emergencies. No thank you. It's a vile drink. I guess that outfit is what passes for stripper garb around here or something. Alright, Andre...
Laura and her company are buying up all food in town. Are we at war again?
I see the dust of my beloved capital on this man's feet. Ta-da! I bet you must have met me. Wait a second. The uni? Weren't you juggling knives on the table? Ah, remember the time when we got the better of those bastards, eh? And you sat there all quiet, but when the tables went down, you grabbed the shooter. Yeah, I remember. Brave of you. Those were the days. And look at me now. And you, what do you do now? I believe you left health science, didn't you? Andre Stomatin, sentenced to death in 4 countries at your service. What the fuck have you been doing since you left health science? Rejoice and sing, those of you who are not looking for me to die. What were you sentenced to death for? You're not going to believe it. My creations. The Downgate, the Alley of Heroes ensemble, the other stairway round. The house was specifically renounced by the World Association of Architects. Even though it's always been my little brother and me, I'm usually the one to take the beating. Persecuted artist, eh? I assume he's talking about art. Like, do they confuse you two or something? Twins are the two sides of a single person. Each of them pulls in their own direction. Each sees their own side of things. I guess? I'm not certain that makes sense. I hope to see you two side by side someday.
Fortune appears so blind to none as to those to whom she has done no good. That was an aphorism.
Confusing grammar there. Sit. Take a load off your feet. Eva wants to flee the town before it's too late. She said only you can make that happen. Flee? Why in the world? After yesterday's murder scared her so much, no one will dare lay a finger on her. A killer more dangerous than a step spirit is at large. There will be an epidemic, Andre. Ruben told me it's called the Sand Pest. Does it ring any bells? What? Is that what Ruben said? Bullshit. 5 years ago, it spread like fire in a dry forest. Burke managed to grab it by the tail back then. If it were the sand plague again, drama queens would have spread it all over the place yesterday. The town would have been crammed full of dead men by today. Well, I mean, it's happened before. Surely they've set up quarantine methods to, like, slow the spread at the very least by now. Surely they would be better prepared to deal with it. Like, how has Isidore managed to do that? He acted very resolutely. Berg locked and boarded up every infected house. It was a miracle. The old man used to have a brilliant intuition. Why do you ask? Because the sand plague, or whatever it's called, has come to your town. So, you and Ruben do mean that? No, that's impossible. Had Simon died because of that, none of the Canes would still be alive by now. Ruben is mistaken. Well, not necessarily. It was in isolation, after all. The body. It was in isolation almost the entire time he had it. Eva thinks otherwise. Will you help her leave? On the other hand, Eva is somewhat right. Yeah, it's time to leave the place. Yesterday's orgy was disgusting. The fight for the throne is about to begin, and I don't want to see its consequences. We can't stay here any longer. Are you with us? I don't know. I'm considering staying if there's orgies here. But no. I'm sure he's not talking about literal orgies. He's probably talking about all the violence, you know, an orgy of violence and all that. The cutthroats at night, the lynch mobs, all that crap. So we're leaving? If my brother agrees, of course. I am obviously not going anywhere without him. Alright, I'll speak to him. Alright, see? That's why I went here before there, because that's on my way to there. Alright. A man of class. It was a pleasure to meet someone of my own standing here. And it would be twice the pleasure if you would agree to join me and leave this place together. It is nothing short of remarkable that the creator of the Cold Hall turned out to be my former university peer. Nonetheless, I doubt he would ever go anywhere without his brother. Cold Hall? Oh, that's probably the name of the pub. That was a really fast loading screen. Unusually fast. Alright, let's go. Let's see if we can't convince his brother. I don't think I'm gonna be... I'm not certain I'm going to be leaving. This whole sand place up. Although it would be amusing to just finish the game in 2 days. And be like, well... Be like in the style of the Plenty of Fish in the Sea ending for that one game. Was it Ninja Warrior or something? Something like that. Anyways, while we're here, might as well rob the place. Yes! Alright. Might as well get rid of that stuff. Save on inventory space. Alright! Now that's 3 Schmouder. Oh yeah. Star Wars, baby. Yeah. Trying to get a feel for how to efficiently rob these places. I never suspected this. I certainly didn't suspect this would become the main thing that I would be doing in this game, but that's life. But all the people say you're riding high in April. Ooh, I'm riding high right now. Shut down in May. But I know I'm gonna change my tune when I'm back on track in June. I say that's a lie. Oh shit. Hey there, why are you running so fast? Shopping! Everything's getting so pricey. The prices are rising by leaps and bounds. Literally by the hour, and I mean it. An hour ago, butter cost 100, and now it's 500. Can't imagine what it'll be like by evening. What am I supposed to tell Mom? What is this voice I'm giving her? Why is this happening? People say it's because the train will not come, and because there's something stirring. So did you buy a lot? Nothing at all. We don't have that kind of money. Do you know how much they ask for a loaf of bread in the spleen? 3,000. You could buy a horse for that. I thought for a bit I was going bonkers. Sheer panic looks like. What? Never mind. They say the Canes have their own little shop, and they offer stuff at bargain prices. But it's not like anyone can waltz in there and buy whatever they like. The offer is reserved for the poor and the people that the Canes consider especially trustworthy. I wonder where this shop is. And whom the Canes trust. I know of a shop right near the Canes, but it doesn't sell stuff. It doesn't sell stuff for cheap. It buys stuff for low prices. Or buys stuff for high prices, rather. Quite a good place. Alright, let's see Alexander Savarov. Let's see if I can... And actually... Wrong reason. No.
Don't you think
Wrong
you're
Savarov.
in the clear?
No. So you have seen for yourself. The people differ greatly. Sad but true. Some of them shine like stars. Others are nothing but steppe grass. There is only one thing that makes them different. Truly outstanding people care for others, and are even prepared to give out their lives for their fellow men. People of the crowd only care about themselves. And yet the people of the crowd are still extremely important, because that's how I've gotten all of this loot. Trading with them. And all that. Not to mention the people willing to repair stuff for me for a price. Yeah, some people stand out while others don't. There's nothing more to it. People will be willing to give up their lives for you, dear bachelor, only to give you another chance to avert the forthcoming catastrophe. That is how you'll get to know them. Tell me, will you accept the sacrifices? No, I don't accept anyone's sacrifices. My job is to save human lives rather than waste them. The life of a person can become the fee you'll have to pay to see the events move forward. Unless you'd be willing to contribute to them, of course. Their motives will also differ, but their ability to give up their lives for a higher cause stays the same. Plague is the measure of humanity. Let them risk their lives. It is every person's right, but I don't want anyone to do it in my name. Anything else?
Only in things of small value, they usually are bold enough not to trust to appearances.
Easing the pain of those who cannot be saved is also a worthy feat, isn't it? The military arithmetics are a double-edged knife. Is a doomed person already crossed out from the list of survivors? Even the dead deserve care. Sometimes they get way more care than the living. It's not a good idea to try to take away from the living for the sake of the dead. True. That's why I'm against the funeral industry. What a bunch of leeches. I'd rather have my body I'd rather have my family eat my body than have it buried for ruinous cost. But perhaps you should share a part of yourself with them. It will pay back in spades. He who helps the dying pass on painlessly is sparing the world unnecessary suffering. We respect that here. Being considerate may even help you atone for murder. So if you kill someone and then help several others pass on, the murder will be forgiven? I'll keep that in mind. What a strange
My
place.
stomach hurts as if I was filled with straw.
I wonder where my girl is now. But she will fear no evil. She is a pure soul. Are you daydreaming? Are you talking about a dead child of yours? Alright, let's see if I can find the right door then. In this house of many doors. Some such. Ah, here we go. What was the voice for him? Oh.
Now or never. We need a decisive move.
Ah. So, yesterday you told the kings that we may possibly have to face an epidemic. I believe you, Bachelor. In all honesty, I am one of the few people that do. The rest are astonishingly blind. Excellent. The most important thing is that I've managed to persuade you. We still have a few precious hours to stop the disease from spreading, just like Isidore Burke did a few years ago. We need to declare a state of emergency, but I can't do anything. My hands are tied. Who is in charge of maintaining order in the town? I am. For many years, the Saburovs have held executive power in their hands. The problem is that, until now, we haven't had a serious reason to enforce it. In times of peace, the scale tipped to favor the legislative branch, that is, the Canes. What is preventing you from using your power now? The authority belongs to the triumvirate that is presided over by the patron, the head ruler. But now that Simon is dead, his place is vacant. Georgi and Vlad are too afraid that the old balance might shift, but these tragic events are reconfiguring the local power landscape. And if I declare a state of emergency at my own discretion, there will be a feud, a civil strife. I need them to acknowledge me at least. To take further action, I need the Orgimskis' money and the King's standing. I need Big Vlad's cunning and Georgi's energy. I also need their servants to follow my orders. Why don't they make concessions to you? It's glaringly obvious that every minute counts, else the town will die. What are they going to rule then? It's their damned infantilism. One of them is a greedy child, another is a whimsical one. They think that if they admit there is an outbreak in town, it will actually happen. But as long as they refuse to believe it, it simply doesn't exist. It's either megalomania or cunning calculation. Ridiculous indeed. Ugh. What can I do to convince them? Find proof. Any proof. Immediately. While Ruben tampers with the body, and he'll be busy with it for a long time since he's not a professional, the initiative will be lost. Help me, Dankovsky. Find factual proof, show it to them, and they won't be able to deny the truth any longer. How? I've asked several people I trust for help. Perhaps they have already offered to help you too? Some of them have sent word to me already. Furthermore, Anna, the current owner of the Willows, is positive she knows how to find irrefutable proof of the outbreak. She needs a competent person to assist her. Alright. Looking for infection hotspots is a dangerous job. Undoubtedly. This is why I'm asking you. If you would offer your assistance at all, of course, to get there before the people that are prepared to risk their lives for public well-being do. They probably have no idea how to ensure their own safety in a situation like this. Talk them out of it before it's too late. Alright. Of course I will. Don't worry about that. Alright. Check on Willow. I'll swing by here first, though. Although I'm loath to put that off, but it's only a short jaunt. Alright. The conflict. The ruling families should stand together in the face of a common threat. Saburov should be granted the full extent of governing authority, but the families are not yet convinced that the plague is spreading. This obstacle is not insurmountable, however. If only I knew what it was that scared Anna Angel so much. Alright. Wow, I've got a lot of water, and he has jack shit. God damn it. Oh. Plus, maybe swing right there. That's also a tailor's. I mean, it does feel a bit gauche to cut it off. Go stuff like that, but getting more schmouder is also part of preparing for the plague. Whoa! An ugly motherfucker. Still, not something someone should be persecuted for having, certainly. Certainly not sentenced to death for having.
You're close. I know that.
But I see the reflection of my epiphanies in your eyes. Who are you, my long-awaited guest? What do you mean by that? This means that the man standing before me is able to see what others cannot. My name is Peter, and I have built quite a few things upon this stone already. Are you a geometrician? I'm a bachelor of medicine, but I love mechanics, and I used to love math. So, you are capable of love too. That's truly beautiful. Many in this town are in love, but none of them are loving. Oh, I'm talking drivel. Well, at least you're aware enough to realize it. Most people in this town aren't. Who are you? Question time will be later. Let's drink some Twirine to our acquaintance. And don't you dare insult me by refusing. There was a retort in one of the cupboards. I think I didn't smash you yesterday. I was so pissed. Thank you. I'll drink to your wit.
Our respects, old boy. He's a hero. He'll join Worms, the Tweer Gatherers. Mark my word.
I sure hope he's a hero, considering he's the other person I could have played instead of the Bachelor. I can't shrug away the feeling that someone's scratching at the windowsill. Right? Your brother suggests we escape this place. Escape? This place? Is he out of his mind? Why is this place so special? Can't you see what I've managed to build here? Where else would I be allowed to do something like this? Everything that I have ever called my purpose has been brought to life in this town. For now, I have no reason to leave it. I haven't finished my observations yet. I'm this close to figuring it out. What are you talking about? You wouldn't understand. You never built anything. Well, that's very presumptuous. And by the way, you're wrong. I've built Venatica and created the groundbreaking theory of human mortality. In that case, forgive me. Then it's puzzling you don't understand me. You are prepared to risk your life for your life work, aren't you? Yes, of course I am. Let me just... hang on. Then again,
We easily forget those faults.
Then again, my life work is, well, life, so to speak.
Your face is...
Right. A plague is about to break out here. The local sand plague strain, to be more precise. There are no medical records of it. However, you seem to have had the pleasure of witnessing it in action. I don't care. My body is so full of twirine that no disease will ever be able to even approach, let alone touch me. Same with Brother Andre, unless he gets it from his wenches. No, I'm not leaving this place. Does twirine protect from this disease? The right one, the so-called tear, does. Thick infusions and twirine sap do not. It doesn't matter. I'm staying here all the same. Can't you get twirine someplace else? Can't you see what I've managed to build here? Yeah, that's figuring it out. Whether it falls or not, it's been standing there for quite some time. Yeah, that didn't help. Alright. Peter is completely off his rocker. His mind is too clouded with twirine for him to consider the consequences of his actions. Does he seek this self-bedazzlement on purpose? How can I possibly come to terms with such an obstinate man? Good question.
What if he can mix herbs? Fancy that. A new brew can come out of this. A new... eh?
No, I don't. Everyone is after a female figure. What is this? The vestiges of matriarchy? The sneak mother? The abyss? Yada yada? Actually, an unusual girl has been walking around our town lately. Did you know? They say she can work miracles with her bare hands. If I happen to meet her, I'll test her miraculous capabilities. She can probably ease my headache, right? One more paranormalist. The concentration of anomalies on such a small piece of land is beyond my comprehension. She heals the sick and incapacitated. Perhaps she's a healer, perhaps a saint, perhaps she's just a fraud. I like to believe she's a saint. The world around us is rather low on miracles. She's a fraud for sure. Well, I don't know about that. Things like this happen, but science is able to explain them. I don't know about that. Whatever.
Drink with me.
Seem to be depressed too. The dream mistresses are silent. This is both sad and strange. Quite sad and strange. Even Lady Katarina won't bestow her poisonous psalms upon us. We'll have a lifestyle quite unlike any other. Mistresses used to have some inexplicable, magnetic, motherly power over us. Katarina's problem is that she's a turncoat. You can't just stop in your tracks between the ridge and the abyss. You have to either climb or fall. Falling is easy. Climbing is commendable. What do you mean? Nothing, really. She's a false mistress. That is what bothers me. She doesn't have the right to see things. Seriously, my tiring daydreams are better suited to change her life. Because I am at least honest with myself and true to my conscience. I've never betrayed anyone. All my life I've only been doing the things that I believe to be true creative work. Change? I let the clairvoyants see the inevitable. We don't have clairvoyance any longer. We are orphans. Blind puppies in the darkness. Yeah. You're better off without them. Probably. Alright. So that's a problem. Huh. I'll have to find some way of convincing him, I suppose. Maybe I'll go back and speak to his brother once I finish up with Aunt Anna Angel. Ooh, yes! Sewing needle. The most valuable commodity in this land, it seems. Well, actually, next to hazelnuts. This game is weird. Ah, no sewing needles, damn it. What's even the fucking point? Who the fuck is Sticky? What? Okay then. I'm sure he'll be important at some point. I'm considering going there. You know what, I'll save. Then I'll go over there and see if there's if he has anything worthwhile to say. You never know. The one guy that I just randomly stumbled into when I was chasing that one weird creature certainly had a lot to say. Oh. This place is ominous. Yo!
Something's on. I feel makes my hair stand on end.
Wanna see something fun? Sure. Look around. Some houses are always open for you. Others open for everyone, only under special circumstances. If a person dies, or when there's a wedding or something. Others still are only open to those who can find a creephole inn. And? Well, I collect places like that. I made a map a year ago. Now there are so many marks on it that there's no room for houses. I hid in a house for about 2 hours once. The owners were there, but they didn't notice me. Interesting.
This joint won't break. It's made of metal.
Will you they teach me a person's expected lifespan by their pupils? I will when you grow taller than that polyhedron of yours. Listen to me. Your main quest is to stay at home for now. Otherwise you'll get infected and die. Do you believe me? Anyone who doesn't believe there's an outbreak is a perfect fool. We need to block off everyone. Delay is tantamount to death, right? Right, but how do you know all this? Look, when people thought a man-eater was in town, they locked their doors up. Only the brave ones didn't, and those who somehow knew that the rumors were all fibs. Got it? True, I've seen very few open doors so far, and now some houses are standing ajar. They say there's moaning coming from inside. All in all, no one in the right mind would invite the disease to their home. I say that kind of welcome is a bad sign. So you're just gonna walk around pushing every door until one of them opens? probably accurate, honestly.
Yep. So,
Oh, I really hope you pressed your thirst for acts of valor. I think I know what we need to be looking for. I've heard all that stuff about a turnskin, a bloodsucker, a man-eater, about it being a man and about it being a woman. I heard the tales of an invisible, many-headed beast that can go through walls. But that's all hogwash. Okay. Alright, enlighten me. What else is there to find? The killer is unusual, but it exists. We need to be looking for a carrier of the disease, right, Master? You are a very well-informed and intelligent young boy, and you seem to be smarter than most of the people around here. Now I hear a man talking. Who is it? A man-like creature, skin so pale that it seems to be gleaming. It comes from under the ground sometimes, turns up somewhere around the rotten field, between the cemetery and the abattoir. Have you seen it? Once. Not sure what was the thing, though. We tried to follow it a couple times, but it always knows it's being followed. Anyway, it fits the description. Or the strange thingy. I can even imagine why folks say it has several heads. Why? Because it does. That's a stupid joke, boy. Okay then. Huh. How peculiar. Well, that wasn't extremely useful. Certainly interesting, though. Worth the few minutes it took to get there. In-game minutes, that is. Probably. Yeah. So there might be some doors that actually do open without needing a lockpick. So I should try any doors that I come across. So long as it doesn't take me too long. So long as it's not too far out of my way, rather. Curious. My wondering is why did that boy know so much? You know? Oh, maybe you don't. Ooh, Raven, nice. Just prep this. Have I already been in this house? I forget. No. I'll swing by Anna Angel first. Alright.
I have this flush. My cheeks are burning, aren't they?
So, what do you think? Is it unstoppable? I've started saving up pills. Tell me which ones work better. I'm here coming on Severov's behalf. Real proof is required for the rulers to devolve their powers to him and begin cooperating. And you know where to find it, don't you? Incidentally, are you aware that no one believed you? Seems like Severov the Despot was the only significant person to have sided with you. Yes, I am aware. He could have prevented the disaster, but it's too late now. And why the hell doesn't anyone believe me, I wonder? Yesterday they were all very busy about harping on about my educated opinion being the ultimate truth to them. Oh, it's all such a mess. We've been living a very quiet life for a while. We're not used to... A lot of people were killed yesterday, you know? Yeah. A lot of, there were cutthroats in the street. And also lynch mobs. I don't know which is worse. I still can't believe it. Probably the lynch mobs. At least the cutthroats only come out at night. It's like a pagan demon had passed through the town, possessing the crowd, committing foul murder, and somehow remaining invisible. Yeah, people are always quick to blame demons when humans are afoot. So what was it that you wanted to tell me? Disturbing rumors were heard from different districts all night, mostly inconsequential, and mostly driven by everyone's fear of the man-eater and the mob's crazed vigilantism. It's all rubbish, but I found several reports disconcerting. Rubbish? Tell me more about it. Which ones? They were brought to me by second-hand dealers. I've started saving up medicine, you know? Ah, never mind. Anyway, everyone's noticed an unusual silence, and an occasional strange animal behavior, especially that of dogs. And there were packs of rats too. The hunchback said that such things are often left unnoticed in the general panic. That is odd. Maybe, you know, maybe the disease screws with their mind. Yeah, if it's already undergone zoonosis, that's very distressing. Or maybe it's carried by parasites. Yeah, maybe it's like whatever. Yes, it does resemble the first signs of an outbreak, but silence could have been caused by fear. Dogs always get anxious when people do. As for rats, there is a slaughterhouse nearby, isn't there? There were other signs, too. Frightening scribblings and repulsive oily spots on walls here and there. Repulsive oily spots? What? Raspy breathing that could only belong to giant lungs can be heard by the silent houses. They say the Shabnak, the embodiment of the disease, is breathing poisonous air, leaving her fat on the walls as she walks by. What the fuck? Show me where these places are. The children know which houses are infected. There were 3 of them, 4 top. You know what? Talk to Capella, the young Ogimskaya. I thought it was Ogimsky. The children are drawn to her like moths to a flame. They tend to hang around everywhere and report everything to her. She's at the lump now, and I will share my pills with the children. Tell her I will share my pills with the children. Okay. It's nice to have a network of little agents all over the place. Putting aside the fact that all of them are now also little Deathbringers now, of course. Alright. Talk to Stamaton and then swing by the lump. Alright. Now this is feeling more like the first day of having so much to do and so little time to do it. Not that it's been that long, is it? Still, I mean, it's been like 3 hours. A little over 3 hours since I started. In game. And even like that, I only had like 12.5 hours before the day would end. Oh dear. Fortunately, a lot of that time was spent just getting across the entire map. So the rest shouldn't, to the leads. The rest should be near, quite as slow. Alright.
Seems like Haruspex is planning to distill Twirin. Fast learner.
Alright. Peter doesn't believe me either. What's wrong with you people? How can I persuade him? And rightly so. Take a look around. You should have seen what the crude sprawl looked like during the outbreak. The houses that Burke locked up were literally in agony. Their walls swollen with boils. Their windows covered in scarlet mold. There were blisters everywhere. Blood mixed with ichor was flowing through the chimneys. That's how it was. Metaphors? No, I'm not being metaphoric. Those are the facts. There was moaning and howling all over Earth. All over Earth? What? I thought this was confined to this one town. Moaning louder than the morning siren at the works. The tormented were screaming so loudly glass would break in the windows. And it all happened over the course of several hours. That is what the sandpest is. So knock your bullshit off. How was it stopped? Wait, first he already said how it was stopped before. Okay, what can persuade Peter? Convincing discovery supporting your theory could help. That outbreak has left a dreary impression on Peter. He's been heavily into Trirene since then. There's no sand plague in town. So, poor you. Tell Eva that the plan fell through because of Peter. Perhaps that will comfort her. I'll look for this discovery of yours. In fact, I'm already on the trail of one. No outbreak indeed. Fucking everyone around here is like sticking their heads in the sand. Just because this outbreak isn't proceeding as quickly as before. And that's not even necessarily the case, because you don't know how long you probably don't know how long the disease was out there before Ice 10, before the Before everything went completely tits up. For all you know, it could have smoldered like for a while for like this beforehand. But no. I mean, you're just straight up saying that you're not gonna do anything until it's already too late. Fuck's sake. There we go.
Guests are always welcome here.
Bachelor Dankowski, the founder of the Natica. An unexpected visit. Victoria, I need your help. Of course. How can I help you? Do you know of any evidence that will confirm there is indeed an outbreak? What did you say? Oh, so that's how it is. Give me a moment, please. I need to think. This is very important. I apologize sincerely, but I cannot speak of this. I am bound by a word given. Speak to my father. People are going to die, Victoria. A lot of them. I will take my own measures. Still, I am not allowed to talk to you about this. Oh, come on. What measures can you take? This is no child's play, for crying out loud. I am not allowed to talk about this. Yes, now I see what these strange places are. I can make you against your will, young lady. I don't know if I can.
Guests?
Have you by any chance heard of anything unusual going on in the town? From the children, perhaps? You must be aware that I'm looking for Isidore's murderer. I was actually about to share this with you. Little kids come to me in flocks throughout the town. They are all scared. The youngest are afraid of Shabnak. The older ones tell me there's something wrong with certain houses. And who knows what's inside? I can see your intelligence is quite competent. Which houses are those? Children are lovely reporters. They remember all that's crucial to them in great detail and leave out everything else completely. As for this case, my friends have noticed a staggering amount of details, and yet they have forgotten to tell me the most important part. So I can only give you a rough direction to the area. Like it could ever be simple. What details have they noticed then? The ones you would expect the least. The silence. The moaning chorus from below the ground. Lamentations from behind the windows. Dogs banding together into packs and eating soil. Eating soil? The unusual smell in the air, as if a stinking cloth was burned. A friend of a friend's friend hasn't come to an appointment. I see. So what can I do? How am I supposed to look for these silent houses? It's in Earth. The troubled southern part of the town. Oh, Earth is a district of this town. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. You could use a guide down there. Find a boy named Sticky. He'll show you the houses that have fallen silent. He'll also tell you what is where, so that you don't get confused. Thank you. One more thing. Power was looking for you. She needs your help with something. Everyone does. Alright, I'll go see her if I have the time. Alright. Okay. Damn it. Okay, so I did need to go to Sticky's house, but not yet. Shit. Okay. Alright, let's go. Maybe I'll talk to her father. See if he has anything interesting to say. Shouldn't take me more than a minute or two.
Someone.
Nope, nothing. Alright. Alright, so let's swing back up to Sticky. This game, when you actually have a heading and know roughly what you need to do, this game does a really good job of really making you feel like time isn't on your side. Nice. This guy is, though. Able to offload most of my bottles of water for tourniquet and bandage. So far, I've yet to need to use most of my medical supplies, but I'm certain they're going to be useful at some point. I mean, it's a game called Pathologic, after all. Yes! Wow, just everything valuable that she can offer is here. Lockpick, Meridorm, and Schmouder. It's a shame that you only care about the Schmouder. For the most part. Could use another lockpick, though. Definitely. But I can get them for much cheaper. By which I mean for currencies other than that which I use to also purchase Schmouder. But yeah, that means 4 Schmouder now. 4 Schmouder. By the second day, I've already doubled the Schmouder I had back during the first day. And one of those Schmouder was from a quest. Alright. Here we go. Sticky.
What?
They say you've seen a silent house. I've seen it, alright. Shouldn't have done that. Hey, can you check me? You know, like the doctors do. Or like you doctors do, just in case. Although, they say if you get sick, you can feel it straight away. Feels as if someone was pouring boiling tar straight into you. Yeah. Should beat the living daylights out of you for that. Jesus Christ. No fever. You're fine. So have you sneaked into the infected houses? Which ones? One's really close, just across the yard. That's one freaky place, alright. All hot and smeared with bloody fat. Yeah. They say bloody mold was crawling up the walls during the first outbreak, too. Like a scab. This is rubbish. A scab on stone walls? That would imply that the sand plague is in fact some kind of fungus. Or slime mold. Well, a slime mold is a type of fungus. Yeah. That would imply that it's a type of fungus. That's interesting. I know what I'm talking about. The thing's carrying the disease. That's why it's so creepy. What if it crawls further, and no one cares? The guys tried to tell them. If you see blood leaking from under a door, that's where Amara, a Shabnak I mean, has had a feast. But no one believes them guys. Is it better never than late or something? Alright, I'll go check. Mark them on my map? No? I have to enter the silent house of Adam to confirm that the disease that killed Simon is spreading. Who other than Bachelor Dinkowski is qualified to make that kind of verification to the local authorities? Of course, I must be careful. Ruben told me that the local drugstores are running out of immune system medication. Well, that's fine, considering I've got loads of it right here. And some tririne. You understand? Mechanical hands are the ruler of everything. The ruler of everything. I'm the ruler of everything in the end. Walking around like a bumbling dragonfly. Oh no, no, oh yeah. Alright. Whoa, they weren't kidding. Alright. Put on the stuff to protect me. Hi. Who the fuck are you? Who is it? Is that a person? Will you help me? What the fuck? What's wrong with you? Can't you see me? So hot. It hurts. My head. about to burst. Blood is curdling in my veins. I scream, but I don't want the children to hear. There are no children here. I keep hearing children's voices. The girls are crying and the boy is laughing. We mustn't scare them. Don't tell them and don't let them in here. Delirious, there's no one here. Don't come close. We are dying already. Told my sisters not to go outside, so they're shambling around the house. Is she having a stroke right now? That could indicate that the disease attacks the heart, because that can cause strokes by blocking the arteries. Or it could be leaking or bursting of a blood vessel. I'll update my notes on the plague then. Who's shambling around the house and why? Just don't kill us. Don't kill them if they ask you for help. Their mind is clouded with pain. They can't even find each other. They're only praying. Don't come close to them. And step away from me too. Make them stop following me then. Why are they constantly at my heels? They're supposed to be lying down. Take the key. We will open the door if we lose consciousness. Hold on. Oh fuck. I don't know what the fuck that was about, but I know I don't want to. Fairly certain I don't want them to touch me. What is this house? What is the nature of that filth? And the inflammation that covered the poor woman's body? The rulers require proof, then this is it. I'll present Sabarov with the key. A grisly memento that unlocks the secrets contained within this diseased place. Alright. Wait. Hang on. Let me just nip it on in there for a second, see if there's anything I missed. They're gone. What? Where the fuck did they go? What the fuck? Okay then. 1639. 39 is a most auspicious number. A most suspicious number as well. Okay then. Strange, very, very strange things are afoot, as you can see. Alright. That was a harrowing experience. A very bizarre experience to be sure, but at least I have proof now. Someone will finally believe me.
Now or never.
Indeed.
We need a decisive move.
I am listening, Bachelor. I found proof, Governor. Here is the key to a house where several people dying in agony are waiting for anyone willing to examine them. Will that be enough? I have already received a report of your spectacular success. News of your deeds precedes you. Does it? From who? Who told you about this? And how? Now I want you to personally convey your opinion on what you have witnessed to Kane and Olgimsky. God damn it. Then we can consider your mission complete. Can someone else do that? Please, I would like them to hear it from you, not from me. Fine. Okay. Olgimsky and Kane. I'm gonna need to go. Let's see. My hypothesis was true. However two-faced the powers that be may be, their information was correct. There is an outbreak of a highly contagious disease in this town. Georgi Kane and Vlad Olgimsky are at the head of the ruling families. They will need to be notified before anything else. Then I can take up my duties. Okay, so. I still don't... I might be able to convince Peter Stammerton now. I'll go do that and then just... load a save if it doesn't work, and cut that part out. Hey, I've got, like, actual proof now.
It's essential to...
Fuck. Damn it. Okay. That didn't work. Okay, so I need to go to the Olgimskys and the Canes, and also swing by Laura Revel. Yeah, this mentioned something about her needing me. Sounds like an important quest. This is the most stressful walking around in a game at a moderate pace has been. Got a quest for me?
Yes.
There's panic everywhere, right? The prices are rising by the hour. Not to mention we haven't received any provisions for several months. The shops are empty. The people are eager to buy anything at exorbitant prices. Everyone is trying to prepare themselves for an epidemic. I can't believe my ears. Someone has admitted that I am right. Hot damn. We need to buy emergency rations. A lot of them. It'll be a challenge even today, but I feel that tomorrow it'll simply become unfeasible. How much do you need? We need a lot. I want at least 12 people to be able to survive for a month in the house that will become a shelter. With minimal expenses, of course. My friends and those who help me set the place up will be accepted in. Well, I mean, I've got good news for you. This will all end in about 11 days, one way or another. Or at least, and I have it on good authority, that authority being the game. Alright. What did you do to make that happen? I've collected all the money I could find. I sent couriers on a shopping mission, trying to find the best prices. Now I need to collect the most important donations from the Kanes and the Olgimskis. Yulia agreed to make a donation too. I'm going to see them now, and then I'll join this crazy shop rush. You're not going anywhere. It's a general rule. Laura, those who stay in, survive. Those who go around shopping, die. Get it?
You get it? Got it. Good.
Right. I do, but I'm used to doing everything myself, and I don't really have a choice right now. I will make the purchases. I'll have to do a lot of walking today anyway. Tell me what you need. I need to collect Vlad the Younger's, Yulia's, and Maria Kana's donations. Tell them that you're acting on my behalf. Then you'll need to find the best prices and buy as much bread, smoked meat, and fish as possible. Only the products that don't go bad quickly. You'll need to take it all to the House of the Living. I'll show you where it is. Now this is a potential for useful arbitrage. I can get bread, smoked meat, and fish, especially those things, from robbing houses, and then I can pocket the donations. Oh yes, this could be profitable. And I'll technically be doing a good deed. Sort of. I'm admittedly loath to give up valuable food, considering the inflation, but hey, it's for a good cause. House of the Living, though. Is that what you're calling the future shelter? A lovely name. Thank you. And forgive me for burdening you with time-consuming and mundane errands. But one day a lot of people will be very thankful that we've managed to take care of the vital issues beforehand. Alright. This work is neither very time-consuming nor mundane. It's definitely more than a mere errand. It's a very important mission. Alright. 3 loaves of bread, 3 fish, and 3 smoked meat. What do I have? 2 bread. 1 dried meat. Do I not have any smoked meat? I could have sworn I did.
To most men, as to do them too much good.
Maybe I used it. And 3 fish. Do I not have any fish? I could have sworn I... Oh, I'm probably thinking of what I had in that previous playthrough this day. Back when I was wandering around aimlessly with no idea what to do. Alright. Alright then. I need lockpicks, and I need them quickly. Okay. Who do I get donations from? Vlad, Maria Kana, and Yulia. Okay. So. Here's what we've got to do. Here's what we gotta do. We've gotta get donations from her. Get donations from her and other people. You have Vlad, Olgimski, the younger Vlad, and Maria Kana. Along the way, we've got to go to Olgimski, to him, get him to, you know, pay the new stuff. Grace's Lodge. I should swing by there at some point if I have time. Maybe when I go by here? It's not that far away, maybe 20 minutes? Maybe. There's maybe rob some houses along the way, or maybe some lockpicks or something. Anyways, and then I gotta go to there, and then here for those. And I've only got like fucking... Oh yeah, and also I've got to... I also want to swing by Eva Yan to see if she has anything to do without him. And if she does, I've got to swing all the way back here. Which means probably the best way to do things would be, since I'm going to reconvene over here at the end. Okay, what we want to do is swing by over here, grab the donations, talk to Kane, maybe talk to Victor or see if he has anything to say. Swing by there to talk to Eva Yan, see if she has anything to say. Swing here, then up here, then to Grace if Grace has anything to say. I don't know. Then back to Severov, then to Peter Samerton, if I can do anything there, and then maybe to Andre Samerton again, and then there. And I've got to do all of this in like 6.5 hours. I've got a lot to do. Next time, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. So long, suckers.